Hello, I have another project going on with my 2016 Roadtrek Simplicity. This is with the Girard Tankless Water Heater. The biggest problem I have with it is that it takes a while for the water to heat up running across its burner and through the pipes into the faucet. Usually 60 seconds or maybe a little longer. So what I plan to do with this project is to take a diverter valve. I'm going to put it in line on the shower faucet and run a pipe off of the outlet side of it through the wall and back into the supply tank, the fresh water supply tank. And that way I can just divert the water as it's heating up, not wasting it and not putting it into my gray water tank. Okay, these are the parts I'm going to use. And I got a hold of this, which is a QWORK and three-way diverter. This has the swivel on it also, and it's a lot smaller. The rest of the parts I got down at Ace. This is going to go on the top of the tank. It's a 3/8 barb. I'll drill a hole in the top of the tank and I'll thread this down into it, put some sealer on it. The hose is a 3/8 inside hose, and then this was kind of interesting. I haven't seen this before, but this is called a PEX lock, and I believe it's made for PEX tubing. But it has a washer in there, and it's 1/2 inch inside pipe, which is going to work really well for going onto the diverter. And it's not quite 3/8, but it's pretty tight, and I think it'll be fine since there's no pressure on it. I'll be able just to let the water flow through it. If it's a problem and it pops off, I'll put a hose clamp on it. There will be a hose clamp on the other end where it goes into the fresh water tank. Probably only need about 3 inches of this hose. But let's give it a try, see how it works. Okay, we're going to pull this off. It's loose already. I'm going to tighten this on here just for now. Okay, after a lot of very careful measurements, I determined that if I come through right in this corner, right there, I'll be able to have the hose come out right on top of the tank. So let's see what happens. All right, I'm going to take off this knob. My drill is too big. And now I get my drill in. I'm starting with a small bit because it's easier to patch the hole if I screw up. But that's where it's going to go, right there. Hopefully, I got through that. I feel the wood on the back side, so I'm going to go for it. And let's see what we got. We're going to be surprised together here. Came out in the right spot. Let's see here. There is the hole. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there in the corner, right where it should be. It's going to be perfect. Nothing like a stuck bit. There we go. All right, came out right in the corner here. I'll be able to bend this around and I'll dump it right in the top of the tank, just like this vent is. And it's going to be hooked in right here. So I think that is perfect. All right, let's see if this is all going to go together. It is critical that you have this in line when you make your measurement. Maybe I should do a quickie here for you. Okay, that hole from the bottom of the sink to the center of the hose barb on the black piece is 2.5 inches high, exactly. All right, that looks like it's going to be it. That's a good fit. This will go back on up here. And what will happen, once I get hooked to the tank, I can flip it one way, and it'll go out through the shower. Flip it the other way, it'll go through the tank. Hot water stays on the full time. Great. location where it would come underneath this little rise. So I marked it right here where it needed to go. And that's where it's at. Vacuum was trying to keep some of the crud out of the tank. But there's the filter before the pump. And this is just a 3/8 nipple. But I'm using this nipple as a tap to put some threads in the top of this tank for the nylon elbow that I'm going to use. And I'm just really forcing threads into the tank right now. There we go. That's going to work. There we go. I don't even know that I have to put any sealer on this. I think it's going to seal fine because it's on the top of the tank. And that's a tight thread. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is bringing this around. Perfect. Well, I think I said 3 inches of hose. I bought 2 feet. This is about a foot left, so it's probably a foot. Give yourself more than less. And this should go right on to that. Okay. Don't have a kink in it here. Cover will fit back over it. So I think we're good. Okay, we're going to try a test and see how it all works out. I did have to end up putting a little hose clamp on here because I did turn the cold water on and it was leaking out a little bit. But this is the first time we're going to hit the hot water and see what happens. Let's see, I want it to run into the tank, which it's doing right now. You can hear it bubbling into the tank. It generally takes about a minute. Alright, I'm going to turn it on to the shower. And I've got hot water immediately. If I was doing a Navy shower, you'd get wet. I'd flip it back to the tank. You could lather up. A minute later, you'd be turning this on, and it's just as hot. There's no blast of cold water coming across that burner. This is wonderful. It works. I'm tickled with it. All right, another success in the 2016 Roadtrek Simplicity. Thanks for watching, guys.